The next deck I'm going to use is the Witch's Tarot. I got a request from Sue to do a reading on Elaine Cho. This is the unfortunate human being who is the wife of Mitch McConnell. I don't know how on earth you can be the wife of Mitch McConnell. I'd rather have sex with this table than Mitch McConnell. I don't understand how you have... Oh, gross. I don't get it. I don't like to comment on how people look. I think that's rude. But, Lord. Six of Pentacles pop out. We'll see why. What she wanted to know about Elaine Cho is Trump, haha, Freudian slip, is Mitch McConnell and Sue Cho McConnell enriching themselves in the Trump administration? Seven of Swords, strategy, underhandedness. I think the tarot was like, duh, that's what that was. So, she has worked for, I asked Sue, has she worked for Bush? Yes, she's worked for both Bushes and Ronald Reagan and now Donald Trump. So, let's see. Let's do a little deep dive into what's going on with her. She is the Secretary of Transportation. And it is interesting to know her father immigrated to this country from China to escape the Civil War that was brewing there. And he got a job at the port. And then later on, became his own entrepreneur, and he's worth millions too. And at one point during the 2008 financial crisis, apparently Mitch McConnell lost a lot of money. And this is according to Wikipedia. And her father gave them between $5 million and $25 million. It's sort of vague or ambiguous about how much they actually got. The reports say. So they don't really know. But he got a lot of money from her father. Now, mind you, I said he worked at the port. She is now the Secretary of Transportation. So she's been the Secretary of Labor. She was, so she's had an extensive career. She was on the board of the Heritage Foundation. So she's not, there's Justice, who was Elaine Cho. You are a woman of balance, though. That's what surrounds you. Indecision. Okay, so your foundation is balance and hard work. Your current situation, not so much. Five of Swords is sneaky. That's your base. This is what you stand on. You are a devious person, but I believe birds of a feather. There's the Star. Your hope and healing. There comes that card again, the Six of Pentacles. These two cards have a connection. I just need to figure out what it is. So let's keep pulling. No, let's stop, because it's going to affect if I don't. I believe that this current job has enriched you more than your previous ones. Because when I look online and it tells me your net worth is $26 million, I think to myself, how? You're the Secretary of Transportation, not the Secretary of all secretaries in the world, and they got to give you 10% of their paycheck. Like, you do not make $26 million as a Secretary of Transportation. The owner of Dunkin' Donuts makes more money than the President of the United States. So you cannot possibly be that rich from just these government jobs. But this was good news when you got this job. There was a plan. If we draw some wand cards like the ace or the two or the three, yeah, that's what you did. There's the sun. That's confirmation. You got very positive energy around you, like when I stated when we first pulled your card that you are a woman of balance. There's the fool in your fear. I think that is literal. Is that you, because you are a sneaky person, you don't want to be caught. You don't want to be foolish. You don't want to make a foolish mistake. There it is. The Three of Wands. The reason you wanted this job is for your personal enrichment. There's the shadow. It looms over you. Then the Eight of Wands. Your travel, your quickness, your communication. You use this job. I think it's more so this one than you did your previous ones. And you haven't even had this job that long. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, so there's a man. Put you in a position. This is work. There's the money man. That's Donald Trump. Mitch McConnell. Work, money man, the world. You're getting money from overseas. And that's why I said that these cards have for some reason, this represents your father and your personal enrichment. You did not grow up being ignorant of anything, pretty much, but especially what happens as the Secretary of Transportation, being that your father had a connection to the ports of the United States and now has a lot of money, so much money that he could give your husband $5 million at the least. And then you come in and change both of your husband and yourselves' financial situation. So you start as the person of balance. These are your parents. Your mother is deceased, I do believe, so she walks in the light. So these are your parents. Your father is a little darker in his dealings than your mother was. I think your mother was just sort of more focused on taking care of you and your sisters. And your father went out and sort of caught the stars, so to speak, instead of leaving them where they were. But around you is always, you can choose to do the right thing or the wrong thing. You are a person of balance. However, you are Mitch McConnell's wife. So that's who you choose to be. Because you didn't work for Clinton and you didn't work for Obama. You worked for both Bushes and Ronald Reagan and Donald Trump. You could do the right thing, but you never really do. But you always have an option. And I believe your mother disagrees with who you are. She is basically saying, hey, you have a choice. And you're saying, yeah, no, but I want to be that person. I want to be sneaky. I want to be, underhanded. Why? Money's good. Greed is good. Look, I can share. Sharing with what? The darker side. It's already off the ground. This is not something you're preparing to do. It's something you've already done. So I said if we get the aces 2 or the 3 of wands somewhere in there, yeah, that is absolutely what you're doing. And then you got Mitch McConnell. You got work. You got that job because of him. He said, hey, Donald, give my wife a job. Sure. What does she want? She wants the world. Access to it. Transportation. Look at that. Through the air, through the ground. Through the water. Through the air. Somehow or another, she has used this Trump administration to enrich them. Her and bitch McConnell. So, get you an advice card. See what it says. They're just flat. Well, there's the 2. Now you do have, okay, let's stop there. You do have something new. There's a preparation for something else, so you are trying to partner up with whoever that is. Or they have an organization. That's what this is. They have an organization that they're bringing to you saying, hey, we could use a little grease in the palms. What do you say? Well, let's sit down and discuss the terms. That's what you're doing right now. I wasn't finished. That's what you're doing right now. I wonder, is it a Russian? The shadow. You are a devious person. Her and Turtle McConnell do not have children. There is a God. But he and she are very devious. Very sneaky. Very underhanded. She has used her position for personal enrichment. It matches the rest of the administration.